Hello guys, welcome back to the vlog. Can you hear the sound of generator? Noise. My nose has started acting up this morning. Like, I'm just tired. I brought this shirt from my wardrobe, and just from bringing it out from the wardrobe, my nose is acting up. Like, so where will I keep my clothes, and how do I treat my clothes so that I don't get this thing all the time? Like, I'm sneezing like crazy, and it's not that there's anything special. It's just that once I fold my clothes and put them in the cupboard, or I hang them in the wardrobe, just the fact that they are in that space or in a confined environment, maybe breeze not they blow them, I start acting up when I wear them. So I don't know, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to have a walk-in closet. That's the solution, right? I don't know if that's the solution, but it's really bothering me because I'm not one of those people that can just go to their cupboard, carry clothes and wear. No, sometimes I just need to send somebody to go to the cupboard and go and hang it outside first before I wear it. But I didn't do that this morning. I just wore the t-shirt and I'm sneezing and stressing me out. I'm supposed to make breakfast, but I find that I don't have anything for breakfast, and my husband doesn't really eat bread. I'm not a big fan of bread. Like, I eat it when I'm in the mood, and after a while I lose interest. And he doesn't eat eba, swallow. Me, I would have given myself eba this morning, but he doesn't eat it, so I have to figure out what I need to give him for his breakfast. I want to fry egg, but there's no tomatoes to fry the egg. Small market, I'm already tired. Jeez, I still need to buy tatashe. I don't know why I forgot to buy tatashe in the market. I want to buy tatashe and I want chicken, and that's all.
Mommy,
Yeah.
Bobo.
Huh? How are you? What are you saying? Don't put that dirty hands. Dirty hands. What did you do this morning? I feel like giving him eba and ewedu, because anytime he eats eba and ewedu, he goes to bed. But do you want Gary?
No.
What do you want?
No.
Do you want rice?
No.
Do you want yam?
No. And one Ribena.
Ribena?
Yes.
What you tell me what you want?
One Ribena.
No, you've already had Ribena today.
Yes.
Tell me another thing. What do you want?
One Ribena. 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 Ribena.
What do you want? Raw. What do you want?
It's
Pizza? Dirty. Spits everywhere. Dirty. Dirty. Spits everywhere. You sound like a tractor. You sound like a car. The truck on your shirt. I'm tired of this hair. I feel like this hair is looking rough. Like I'm tired. Yomi is the one that likes this hair, but me, I don't like this hair. Wait, let me see. What does it take to take it off? Oh, let me try and take it off because I'm tired and I don't want to cut it. Taking the hair off except this one. Can you just imagine? Tito just injured me now. See, Tito plays rough lately. Like he just jumps on you. And the injuries I've gotten from Tito playing around me is just a lot. Like he would just jump, use leg, hit your eye. I'm like, Tito, you play too rough. I had to chase him away, but this hurts right here.
right now.
How do I know what you want me to write?
Right.
Write what?
No.
Should I draw Thomas?
No. One bell.
What's Bell?
Right bell.
Oh, is this Bell?
No.
Is this Bell? Show me Bell.
Get.
Okay, let's do it.
Yes.
Oh no! Yeah, should I draw track? Let me draw track.
Yes.
Track.
Hungry for new element at the chip box?
Oh no! Oh no! So I just wore a new wig. This is an Afro kinky wig. This is my first time wearing it and I like it. I feel like it's a bit too big. Maybe I need to trim it a little. I might do that when I come back, but right now we are going to cut Tito's hair because school is starting soon and I want him to look nice. I was trying to train an Afro, but it looks like Tito's hair is not that type that can get an Afro because the hair curls into itself, which is similar to my hair texture. So I'm like, oh, what do I have to do to make my son grow an Afro? I've been keeping it for like what, 2 months, but the hair is still like that, like just comb. And I'm tired right now because combing the hair is stressful. So I'm thinking, let's just go and cut this hair. Do you want to cut your hair? See our hair. Just no Afro. We have tried to train this Afro, but it's not working, Tito. It's not working.
It's working.
It's not working.
It's working.
Yay, our Thomas number 1.
No.
Let's bring his iPad for him and give him Thomas. No need to cry, you're a big boy. I should help you. You're a big boy now. Big boy. It's supposed to be. Stop crying now. You're a big boy. You want to carry rough hair. Let me see. You know, get like Rabina. Tito is crying, throwing a tantrum, and I forgot to buy him biscuits and stuff. So I just went around the corner now to see if I could find biscuits. Oh God, I don't know why he's cutting his hair. It's so much drama for him. Cutting his hair is such a big deal. Like, he throws the biggest tantrums ever, and it stresses me out, and I think that's one of the reasons we don't even go and cut his hair. Whew. So story time. Let's talk about my nanny experience or my house help experience so far. So the last time you guys heard from me regarding this house help situation was that video I did about the mommy water house help. So many people watched that video and there were so many comments. But anyways, let's move on from that one. So since that one, I've had like maybe 3 or 4 house helps. I got another house help. When that one came, typically when they come with like their test results, but I don't always trust it, so I have to go and do my own diagnostic. So I took her to the place where they were doing the test, which was the day later. So they bring them, and sometimes because they travel from afar, they get hit to my house in the evening, and then the next morning I take them to go and do the test. The next day we went to go and do the test for this my second house help. And when we got there, they were like, oh, so which one do you want to do? Do you want to do, like, they gave me the list. They have a house help package of tests they do, and included everything and pregnancy tests. I told them, I don't want you to do pregnancy tests because in my mind, pregnancy is not a disease. If you get belly, what's going to what's you go born again 3 months from now, the belly will show, and it's not contagious. Like, I cannot catch pregnancy. So I was not really crazy about the pregnancy test. I'm like, skip it. Do the other ones, do the HIV, the tuberculosis, the everything else that you're supposed to do. So they did that one, and then we went home. But I noticed like a few days later her feet was swelling. I asked her what's the problem. She told me she doesn't know why. The next time I asked her, she told me that this house helps, they have stories all the time. She told me that anytime she leaves her village to come to the city, which is Lagos, her feet get swollen. I'm confused. I asked her, why do you think that happens? She said maybe her village people don't want her to progress. I said, okay, just pray that your feet would reduce, because it was really swollen. Both legs were swollen. After a while, I noticed she was spitting, but I don't know what is wrong with me, why I never thought it was pregnancy. And I guess that's because I believe people too much, what they say. Like, I take words so seriously. Because I asked her, are you pregnant? And she said no. I just accepted as the truth she's not pregnant, because when I asked her, the reply she gave me was, "Are they crazy? Why go get belly for person house?" So I just said to myself, like, she said it herself, why would she go get belly for person house? Like, why would she be pregnant and come here to work? Doesn't make sense. My dad one day told me, this girl is pregnant, you better go and check or ask her the truth. In my head, I'm like, I don't know why people are seeing this pregnancy. Everybody was seeing this pregnancy except me. I do not know why. She was spitting everywhere, and that should have made me clock that she was pregnant, but maybe I was just so busy that I could not really put 2 and 2 together. I just said to myself, no, there's no way she's pregnant. So there was one day she was complaining of body ache, headache, just aches everywhere. I took her to the pharmacy and told her she has body aches. Can you prescribe something? Maybe Panadol, ibuprofen. Just give us something to help with the aches. And the woman, I don't know what they call them, the pharmacist, she looked at me in a very strange way, and then she looked at the girl and she told me, madam, this girl never tell you the truth. Tell her to tell you the truth, what is really doing her. I looked at the girl, I'm like, what exactly is doing you? Can you tell me? She said nothing, she's just having body ache, body pain. And I told the woman, you know, give her something for the aches and pains. We'll go to the hospital and find out what it is, but for now just give her something that will allow us sleep this night. So they prescribed painkillers for her. We went home. The next day I took her for a drive. I noticed that all these stupid things I do, or all these discoveries I make, is always when I take a drive. So I took her for a drive, and I told her, what I told her is this: if you are pregnant, it is not bad. Pregnancy is not a disease. Pregnancy is not the end of the world. That you are pregnant does not mean you won't work for me, because I'm a woman and I've been pregnant before and I was working somewhere. So I don't believe the fact that you're pregnant should stop you from working. It's just you have to make sure that you take care of yourself, do your antenatal, everything, and then pace yourself when you work, because it is housework at the end of the day. And after I told her all these things, maybe in her head she was like, okay, let me just tell my madam. And she confessed that she was pregnant. I'm like, okay, how many months pregnant are you? She was about 5 months pregnant. Nothing was showing, like the belly was still flat. I said, all right, 5 months pregnant, like what's the situation? She told me that her parents want her to marry one old man, and it's the old man that impregnated her, that he raped her, but she has a boyfriend that she wants to marry, so she ran away from the village. In my head I was like, oh no, this is horrible, like your parents want you to marry an old man and he raped you. I was upset, angry, everything, not knowing this girl was maybe putting me on cruise, because the thing she told my mom was that she was married and she came to the city to work so that she can save up money to have a baby. And that sounds like a more reasonable story, and that was what she told maybe everybody else, but for me, my own story that she told me was different. I don't know why. We kept her, she was pregnant, and she was, say, living with a pregnant woman is not easy. When I was pregnant, I didn't have all those symptoms like spitting. This girl had the complete package of pregnancy: spitting, sleeping, tired. But the thing is, she was actually very hardworking. The one I could not deal with, apart from the spitting was very disgusting, because she would carry one small container and be spitting everywhere. The most disgusting is the attitude problem. You know, pregnancy can affect your mood, and she was very moody. She became very rude, very nasty. If you tell her, oh, come downstairs and sweep this place, before she will come, she will drag, and by the time she comes, she will look at you. It was like, you know, Nollywood movies, maybe when the housewife is pregnant for the yoga or something like that. I'm like, why are you giving me attitude, madam? You came here with your pregnancy. I've not even worked here up to 2 months. You're 5 months pregnant. We just tried to manage the situation till the pregnancy was showing. The pregnancy showed in a very strange way, because one day after eating eba, we made eba, and I told her to eat. She sat in the kitchen, and I feel like she ate so much that she was so tired. So I walked into the kitchen and I just saw her like slumped on the floor. Not that she fainted or anything. She was, you know, you're tired from the food you've eaten, and it suddenly looked like the eba pushed the belly come outside. I just entered the kitchen and I saw a pregnant woman. Before, I wasn't seeing the pregnancy, but that day as I entered, I just see the belly like that. I was like, hey, what is this? You are so pregnant, until your pregnancy is already big. The belly just shot out, and even her, she could, like, it could not be hidden anymore, and people will come to my house and wonder why there's a pregnant person in my house. It was weird. A few weeks later, she told me she had to go because she was already like 7 months pregnant, and I understood the situation. She's already too tired to work, and it's not easy working and being pregnant. So we had to let her go. The second one, I had another one, the same process. They brought her in the evening. The next day we went for a test. She was so nice. When she came to my house, she was very happy to be in my house. You know when somebody is so excited, like, even me, I was excited because I felt like, okay, this person is willing to learn. She's young. We can work together. I was so happy, like, to teach her stuff. The next day we went to do tests. You guys, we found out that she had hepatitis. I can't remember which one now, but when we went to do the test, they told us you need to take her back to her guardians so that they can take care of her and do this and do that. I was so sad. She cried when she was leaving. Even me, I cried. My husband was asking me, what, madam, what's the problem? You only know somebody for like what, maximum 36 hours and you're crying. But it was a very emotional goodbye because I wanted her to stay. She wanted to stay, but of course she had to go and take care of herself because it was not the kind of hepatitis that maybe she can be working. She would always be weak and sick and tired and all of that. So her guardian came and took her away. So that was that. So me and Yomi, we said to ourselves, we are not doing it again. All this house self wahala, we're not doing it again. Let's do our work ourselves. All those people abroad, couples abroad that do their work themselves, they don't have two heads. We can do this. We got this. So two of us, we started doing our housework. That was for maybe 4 months or 3 months. My goodness, you guys, it was difficult. It was so hard. We were always cranky, always stressed out because housework is work. Plus, considering what I do, I'm very busy. You guys know that editing, writing, all those things, they take a lot of time, and when you do them, sometimes you get so mentally drained you don't want to see anybody or do anything. Last thing you want to be doing is washing plates after doing your work. So I was always cranky. Yomi was cranky, everyone was cranky, too tired to even focus on our marriage. It was that bad, too tired for anything, and our parents had to intervene. One day they're like, you need to go and get somebody, just get help. This is not sustainable considering your careers. This is not sustainable. So I decided to get someone that will come in the morning and go in the evening. In my head, I wanted staff. I didn't want someone that would stay with me 24/7 because I was just tired of that. I just want someone that will come in the morning, go in the evening. And I thought to myself, I can handle that. So we got someone. This person's salary was like 4 times what you pay your normal house help in Nigeria. But in my head, I took it as, oh, she's a staff. She's going to be a CCME staff or something else, but not a house help. Do you understand? I feel like the reason why some house helps misbehave is because they don't have social time, they don't have their me time. So I want you to come Monday to Friday like a normal person going to the office. Come Monday to Friday and then go home for the weekend, have your evenings off, have your mornings off. So she comes by 9 and she closes by 6. So to me, I kind of liked that arrangement. But I noticed the problem with that one is when you're expecting her to come 10 o'clock, madam, where are you? She's going to tell you, oh, my auntie is sick, or somebody has fallen down and collapsed. Like, it was so, you never can tell if she was going to come to work on a particular day. Stories. On some days, traffic. She might not get here till 12. And in my head, I'm looking at the time and, madam, see when you're coming and see when you're leaving early. At the end of the day, you've not done anything for me because when you leave, I still have so much work to do. It was very frustrating. It still is because she still works with me, but that situation, we are in transition right now, which is why I started telling you guys this house help story again, to give you guys an update. So when she came, I decided to do a test again, even though the madam assured me that, see, it's all clear. They gave me the result, everything was all clear. But I just decided, do you know what, let's just go and do this test so that I can have it for myself. Once again, we went to the same diagnostic center and they asked me, madam, do you want to do pregnancy test? I'm like, do you know what, do the rest, skip the pregnancy. I don't know why people are sitting on this pregnancy issue, leave the pregnancy alone. So they were going to do it, they did it. But fortunately, the person that does the diagnostic is a family friend of ours. And he said, do you know what, I know you don't want to do this pregnancy, but I'm just going to dash you. I will dash you the service, so we'll do it anyways, whether you like it or not. Brethren or brethren, will you believe that this second girl was pregnant? I'm like, hey, madam, how are you pregnant? See, I didn't expect her to be pregnant. She's 19. She's MFM. She attends MFM. Low cut. Does not wear jewelry. Does not wear makeup. Wears skirts. Does not wear. So in my head, I was so happy to have like do you understand, a good girl, a Christian, and then to find out she was pregnant. When we were there, I said, auntie, come. They say you're pregnant. She's like, God forbid, I can never be pregnant. And I'm confused, like, there's no, the test says you're pregnant. After we insisted and insisted, she started crying. And she said, oh, she didn't know she was pregnant, but there was one guy that came during Christmas and something happened, and now she's pregnant. And she was so sad, she was wailing like, oh, like she's going to die. When I got to my house, I told her, say, auntie, pregnancy is not the end of the world. I know in Nigeria, or maybe in Africa, once a girl gets pregnant, like, your life is over, it's dead. And she told me she wanted to study medicine, she wants to be a doctor. So I said to her, madam, you won't die because of pregnancy. The only thing that this can do for you is it will help you focus more, because typically people go to school, then they get married and have a child. But you've had a child, so you can chill. Do you understand? You don't have to now rush to get married, especially if you're going to study medicine anyways. So I was trying to look at the bright side and tell her that don't go home and do abortion. Don't go home and try to do anything funny. Tell your folks, the people you live with, that you're pregnant. They're not going to kill you. What's comes to worst, they'll be angry. Maybe they might beat you, but you're not going to die. Like, this pregnancy is not the end of the world. Just look at it like that. I know people that have gotten pregnant when they were younger, and now that we are old, it looks like they are winning, because look at here, we see a 3-year-old toddler. Meanwhile, there's somebody that got pregnant in secondary school and they have a 20-year-old now, or a 15-year-old. So at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong. It's not that there's nothing wrong. It is wrong, but it doesn't mean it's the end of the world, or doesn't mean that the girl cannot be successful if she got pregnant as a teenager. So now that matter, I told the girl, counseling, begging, and everything. Told her, of course, she can continue working. It's not a problem, and everything. And she went home. Well, actually, she didn't go home, because the next day her family members called me that this madam did not reach the house. So where is she? I had to tell them, please, she came yesterday and we discovered she was pregnant and blah, 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 blah. So we had to start looking for her everywhere. I told myself, why do you always have drama with house help, plus all these pregnant house help? Somebody was like, maybe this is my ministry. Maybe God is trying to tell me to take up the ministry of girls. Is it what they call it? It's not unwanted pregnancy. Pregnancy outside wedlock. Take care of girls that have that problem, like pregnancy outside wedlock, and they don't have maybe resources or whatever. I was just thinking to myself, why am I having this situation the second time around? My alarm, she actually resumed in my house the next day, and I told her, your family members, they just called that you did not sleep at home yesterday, so where did you go? She said she went to the church, she went for all-night program, she went to pray. I was confused, like, and then you let people be calling me up and down, asking me where I put you, like I've used you for rituals. Like, you should at least have told me you are not going home, or told somebody. Not that everybody's looking for you. I'm having sleepless nights thinking about where you are, if you're safe, and then you do not still go back home. You come and resume in my house next day. Like, what's your plan? So I had to tell the aunties and everything. They came, they picked her up, and she went. Then a few days later, she came back, and they said okay, she can continue, because she's staying with an auntie, not even her parents. Long story. So she said her auntie, of course, is angry, but I told her, like I said before, you can continue working here. It is not a problem. We will deal with this pregnancy together. But what's happening now is I'm discovering, the inconsistency, not coming to work on time, sleeping. The whole pregnancy thing has started again, and I'm at a point where I'm very, very busy, and I don't really have time to take care of a pregnant woman or to pick up after somebody else, because I expect her to be doing some work, but she spends all the time sleeping or just doing different things. So I had to get somebody else. Even though she's still around, I had to get like a backup somebody, and plus the fact that I'm paying her so much is really stressing my head. So I had to get somebody else, and they brought this person. When they brought her, I told them to take a picture of her. Oh, I see dress. See, a slave mama came to my house, and I'm not upset about that. It's good. It's a good thing, but it should not distract you from your work. Immediately she entered my house, the first thing she said was, auntie, let me show you my picture. All pictures. She opened her book and she brought her pictures, printed pictures of her in tight skirts, short skirts, like bodycon. I'm like, is this you? Wow, like nice, like this is good, but are you going to concentrate in the work you're coming here to do? Because hope you know saying that work you come here to do, you're not coming here for fashion parades. I see. That first night, I did not even let her reach my house. I went straight to the test place because I said to myself, I'm not going to be emotionally invested in anybody else. So we went there, and when we got there, everything was clear. I was happy. But we got home, and then she started saying that she had to go the next month. This happened like a few days ago. She has to go next month. I'm confused. Auntie, I've paid so much for you to get here. You are going next month. What happened? What's the matter? She said that, oh, her mother is in the village. Her mother is bleeding blood. She was just saying big things again. I was confused. See, you people, pray for me. Pray for me. I'm asking her, so where's your mother bleeding? Is somebody taking care of her? She said no, that maybe her younger brother is there, but that's why they're calling her, that she should come back and take care of her mother. So I called her agency and I spoke to Gaffer. This girl, she said her mother is bleeding blood. Why would you bring somebody that mother is bleeding blood and sick and everything to my house? Because she needs to take care of her mom. The man said, thought that they fire her now, she go bleed blood. I'm like, why? She said, this stupid girl, apparently she has a boyfriend that impregnated somebody else. Because of that, her mom told them to bring her to the city to work because they didn't want the boy to distract her. But now the boy is calling her to tell her that wherever she is, she should live there and start coming back to the village. So I'm confused. The boy has already cheated on you. He's already having a baby mama, and he's still saying he's interested in you. This is very confusing. I don't know how that works. But she wanted to go back to meet this boy. Hold on, phone call. So yeah, I confronted her about it. I'm having a visitor. The person is coming now, so I have to call the date. But I had to ask her, like, you told me your mom is sick, and they're telling me this is a lie. What exactly is the problem? If you don't want to stay, like, we can arrange for you to go back, but you don't have to tell me big fabu for me to let you go. And she was supposed to go back the next day, but the next day she said, oh, she'll stay extra 3 days. 3 days have passed. And say, are you going or you're not going? She's like, she will stay some extra more days. So I'm at this point where I'm like, actually she's doing her work well, actually nice, and I'm happy she's around because it gives me help during the weekend when the other madam is not available. So anyway, that's where we are right now. We have 2 house helps, one that comes Monday to Friday, which I feel at the end of this month is, if this one, the new one that comes, if she decides to stay, the other one will have to stop. The pregnant one will have to stop. If God lays it in your heart for you to bless the pregnant lady, just let me know, because I've been thinking about all those things all this while, like, what can we do for her? Because I would feel bad that I would have to let her go. This is so tough, like, to feel bad that I have to let her go so that I can get somebody that can function for me, especially weekends. Oh, this number is not going through. So yeah, that's what's happening right now. You guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. I've already ranted. This video is going to be very long. I'm so sorry about it, but I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.